good things happen to good people. I do believe that. In the same token, bad things happen to good people. And, you know, I'm a guy who had put a lot of work into something that was a dream, and it came true, and it was all taken away from me. In that moment, I was angry. I was as angry as I'd ever been. I think that the thing that got me the most was the disappointment. The people that I potentially let down by putting myself in a situation where, you know, you're out drinking or you're partying, you know, I don't ever apologize for it. And I think that that was one of the most unique things when I did come back out, was very unapologetic. It was a unique situation for me because I was playing probably the biggest heel on television, which in wrestling is a bad guy. So when you're a bad guy and you go and get an accusation made against you that was just a tweet. I never got a phone call from police. They never contacted me one time. And that was where I felt unjustly let go, was that we didn't give it any time to play out. The police report came out and vindicated me tenfold. This person, you know, has crazy issues. And when you go out and you put yourself at risk as a celebrity, you know, when you have a target on your back. And I think that a mistake is a mistake if you don't learn from it. And I've been able to learn from it. But like I said, the disappointment was the thing that got me the most. Through that song, I felt like I didn't need to explain myself any further. I just, here's everything. Here's the middle finger. You know, here's me, you know, saying no. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and let you talk badly about me and say things that aren't true and hurt my family. And I have a goddaughter, and I have a sister, and I have a mother, and they're greatly affected by this. And, you know, the hateful things that were said about me. So in the same token, I got so much love. I got so much love, and wrestling fans are the greatest fans in the world, and they stuck with me through thick and thin. People, you know, they want to see the underdog. They want to see a comeback story, and that was the beginning of mine in Phoenix. Unfortunately for me, as I jumped into music right away, full head of steam, ready to go, my grandmother also was very sick, and my grandmother helped raise me. So I took time away from music and wrestling and everything, really, for like 5 or 6 months. Had I not been fired by the WWE, I would have not have gotten the last 5 months of my grandmother's life to spend right next to her at her bedside. You know, I lost my job. I lost, you know, my grandmother. I lost a lot. I lost my dog. I lost in a year's time. And how do you bounce back from that? And that's where I want to inspire people.
I've always had terrible, terrible anxiety. Going way back, he knows, worrying about things that nobody should ever worry about. First of all, you don't want to admit it to yourself. You don't want to admit it to anybody else because there's this perception that you're weak. So you know, try and hide it the best you can. So what did I do? I just self-medicated constantly. When I was performing, it was great. When I got in a rental car, if other people were around, it was great. The second I opened, you know, my hotel room door, that's when my thoughts would just start to come into my head. And I just drank, and the drinking started getting out of control. I was acting differently towards people, close friends, loved ones, everything, family members. I was becoming a different person. After I was released by WWE, it got really bad. I mean, the amount of alcohol I was drinking every day should have killed me. I shouldn't be here today. I shouldn't be in this studio. I shouldn't be talking to you. I shouldn't be in front of these people right now. I should be dead. I was drinking to a point where I should be dead, and I was told that in a Philadelphia hospital. They said they don't know how I'm alive after I told them how much I've been drinking and how long it had been going on for. So I dropped and had a seizure in the middle of 1,500 people. There's someone out there that instead of calling 911 thought the proper response was to record it and put it on YouTube. Very, you know, it's a very good person right there. When realization sets in and people are seeing that, and it's embarrassing, man. It's a humbling moment, I guess. So in the hospital, they told me, you know, if you continue to drink, you're going to die. That's what they told me, straight to my face. God has, blessed me with people in my life that want to help me, so I'm a very lucky man.
Well, life has a funny way of working. The day that Cass was fired by the WWE was the exact day that we broke up the year before.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And on my birthday, December 8th, Big Cass had a seizure. I showed up to the hospital that next day where I met Doug Lawson, who, has been instrumental in getting Cass back on his feet along with the helps of Diamond Dallas Page. And, great friends and family. People really want to see a comeback story, and it's not just the immediate circle, it's the impact he's having on people around the world who are dealing with a very similar issue. And in the same token, I'm working on a comeback too. I'm having 572 days between wrestling matches. I was there to see you get back on your feet post-seizure against John Moxley for Northeast Wrestling. And that was a moment where I realized that I was itching myself and I might want to get back into the ring. How many bones are there in the body?
Bro, I was pre-med a long time ago.
You were pre-med?
I don't remember.
Well, bottom line is I ain't got a single nervous bone in my body, and he can tell you that, right?
And this is true.
This is true. I come flying out of that curtain backwards. I promise you I ain't nervous. But this time I won't be flying out of the curtain backwards. And I won't have a microphone. And I won't even have music. I'm just going to the ring and doing what I know how to do as well as anybody in the world, and that's just wrestle. Just do what I love, a passion that nobody got to see because so many times when they watched me, I was performing. I was a performer, I was an entertainer, and I did not care if you thought I could wrestle or not. Did not care. That's how you have an impact in pro wrestling, is because you dictate the thoughts and manipulate the conversation. It doesn't have to be in the WWE, and for 6 years, I wrestled under their terms as the character of Enzo Amore. A whole lot of fun. Don't get it twisted, I enjoyed that. This time around, it's business. I'm gonna show the world why I am the best cruiserweight in the world. And it has nothing to do with hitting the ropes or doing dances and making people laugh or doing flips. It just has to do with get in the ring, ding, 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 now listen to the frickin' crowd.
I know God is with me, always with me, looking over me. I wouldn't say that I'm a churchgoer by any means. I'm not in church every Sunday, but I pray, and I feel like when I pray, I get a chance to talk with God, and I feel like God watches over me. And like I said, with the seizure, could have died, but instead it was a warning. Watch yourself. Stop living this life. So I count that as a blessing, that seizure. It helped me turn my life around. So yeah, I feel God is on my side at all times.
My grandparents were literally in the church. My grandfather was a groundskeeper, and my mother has 6 brothers and sisters from Ireland. I'm an Irish citizen, and they are Catholics that were literally raised in the church. So my grandmother and my mother pray on beads and go to church every day. I got people praying for me, and I believe in prayer. So I don't care if you're praying to Allah, if you're praying to God, if you're praying to Jesus, or if you're praying to your aunt and uncle who passed away. I believe in the strength of manifesting your words, and I believe in the power of prayer. So I'm a man of faith, and when I've manifested a reality, my name is Enzo Amore. I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And I hear it said in sequence by thousands or millions of people, that manifestation of my own reality, confidence is contagious. And I'm hearing it right back at me. If you believe it, because I believe it, we're all believing in something.
I'd give myself no advice. I'd just say keep doing what you're doing, because the ups and the downs, they're all gonna make you the human being you're gonna be right here, right now. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
I'd quote Sinatra, regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
Hell of a voice on this guy.
I got nothing. I lived it. I lived the dream. I'm still living it. We all make mistakes. Learn from them.